This year for the Winchester Mystery House Unhinged production, we got to do some super fun projects. In this video, we're going to show you how we created some faux stone statues. Part of the storyline behind why we created these statues is there was a collector of monsters, classic monsters, and of course everybody knows the story of Medusa, so when you see Medusa's face, you get turned into stone, hence why we needed a couple of stone statue people. We have lots of props lying around our house from projects that we've done in the past, and we've had these old foam bodies for a really long time. They've been with us for their Western towns and movies, and what was funny is we were starting to cut them up and they actually still had some blood packets in it from a movie that we did back in the day called A Killer of Men, and Harrison was like, "What is that?" They were really gross. With a lot of monster mud projects or the fake stone look, I know that a lot of people have taken chicken wire and kind of made a frame for it, but with us and knowing that these want to be reused and reused for a while, we thought welding a frame would probably be our best bet, and then taking that foam body and wrapping it over it would work out pretty well, and it did. To keep the foam body on our welded frame, we used expanding foam, great stuff, and a lot of tape. We were sent these really awesome masks. The guy who runs the haunt, he goes to Transworld every year and he purchased these from CFX Masks, and they are amazing. Not only did they already kind of look old school as far as the facial features go, but the way that they were painted to look like a faux stone. The clothing that I used for the statues, I got all over the place. Pieces from Amazon, thrift stores, costume bins, but we wanted to have them be from different time periods. We originally were going to try to hard coat using the monster mud technique. If you guys don't know what that is, there's lots of videos online that you can search, but it's basically mixing like a paint and a Drylok or a drywall compound with other things, and I was really worried that this has to go up several flights of stairs and we don't need the extra added weight to it, and it's got tight door frames and who knows, so we needed it to be light enough to where we could carry it. So we grabbed our hopper gun and our thin set mortar, which we love to use. We've used this on tombstones, on our monuments and mausoleums. We've used it for different photo ops, our moon, if you guys remember that. It's a great technique and it sprays really nice and evenly, and you can do several coats if you want to, make it as thick as you want to, but this one we just wanted it to be sturdy enough to kind of stay put. I painted over the thin set mortar with a Drylok. Now you'll see that it's purple. I chose a purple color because gray on gray kind of gets hard to see where you've been and where you're going. So if you can put a color into it, and they do make Drylok that you can tint, that was very helpful. So I went from gray to purple and then back to gray with matching the mask. I always love a challenge, and so matching the paint to the mask, that was a lot of fun. Did I get the grays right? Did I get the greens right? The aging, the the wash, all of that. And I think they turned out really awesome. It's always fun to see it all come together at the end. Because we did use masks, we had a couple of openings. We had ears and eyes and a mouth, and so for the eyes, we took these half plastic ornaments. We have all kinds of sizes, and we just took one size that looked really good. I stuck them in the eye sockets and painted those and pushed them in really good, and that worked out nice. For the mouth and the ears, I think I took some kind of a really stiff cardboard and I put it in there and it stayed put, and then I went through and painted. For those of you who have never visited the Winchester Mystery House, there are many, many, many flights of stairs and lots of levels and rooms. And one of the fun things about this is they have tours, and they have tours every 15 minutes, I would say. So you move, you run into a tour and you wait, and then you move and then you run into a tour and you wait. Trying to fit this through doorways and hallways, oh, it was fun, and doing this 3 times was definitely a challenge, but we made it all the way to the top, and it did go all the way up to the top. But inside the scene, it was really fun because they placed them, I think it was some kind of a photography studio that they use that room for, but they had it set up where Medusa was in the back, and they had a mirror and you could see her, and I think it just turned out really cool. I know once people got through a certain part of the haunt and they went through there, they had all kinds of different statues set up and characters, and then of course, you know, Medusa in the background and turning all of her victims into stone. We've been haunting for a long time, but we've never gotten to do people statues or angel statues or anything like that. So we got to knock 3 of those off our bucket list, our haunter bucket list off this year. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. We have a lot more fun projects that we're gonna upload here soon. So if you guys would comment, like, and subscribe, we would love to hear from you. And I hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll see you next time.